Local 4 News starts now with a forewarned weather alert.
Are you looking at exact track 4D radars? Another round of severe weather headed to Metro Detroit. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. Let's start things off here at 11. Brian Sherman, he's in for Kim Adams tonight with a look at what's happening right now.
Hey there, Devin and Kimberly. Exact track 40 radar starting to pick up in thunderstorm intensity, especially in the past 30 to 45 minutes with a few stronger thunderstorms. One of them right over downtown Detroit. This thunderstorm capable of producing winds up to 30 to 35 miles an hour and hail to half-inch in diameter. This is right around Hamtramck, working down into the metro and heading over toward the Grosse Pointe communities. Then we've got another thunderstorm that's working up into Macomb County that's on the stronger side as well. Lots of lightning to the west of Mount Clemens and to the east of Sterling Heights, working down toward Fraser and Roseville. Other thunderstorms also off to the west we're going to keep an eye on overnight that are starting to peak up in intensity right around Oxford and Waterford, and then a few showers working toward Canton as well. So be on guard as we go through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning. A rainy tower cam overlooking Belle Isle with lightning intermittently working throughout the evening. Still very warm, very humid. 77 right now, Metro Airport. 81 still at 11 o'clock in Ann Arbor. 74 in Pontiac. And 66 as you work into Sandusky. These storms have been sinking to the south and then back building, redeveloping toward Metro Detroit. So we're going to keep an eye on this, but we could see yet more severe weather late tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in your complete full-warn forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Brian, thank you. The rain came down in buckets today. In fact, communities tonight are underwater.
Our Tim Pamplin spent the day in Chesterfield Township documenting the flooding there, and that's where neighbors have a message for their city leaders. Tim.
The rain started pouring over Chesterfield Township just after the lunch hour.
I've never seen the rain so heavy before.
Flooding out the subdivision near I-94 and 21 Mile Road, stranding several motorists.
Watching the rain pour and pour and pour and pour, and this is filling and filling and filling. I couldn't get out.
Even the wildlife seemed a little perplexed by all this water. Drivers, nonetheless, continue to drive through the flooded streets in this subdivision, pushing thousands of gallons of water throughout the neighborhood.
The wake from this disaster is coming close enough into my garage. My basement is flooding, my backyard is flooding.
The minute I saw my backyard flooding behind the shed, I had to run and empty my shed out, all my lawn equipment. Otherwise, I would have lost it all. My generators, everything. I would have lost everything.
Some residents told me this exact same thing happened just a couple of weeks ago. They want answers, and they're not getting any.
And to have them tell me that, oh, their pumps are working, well, obviously their pumps aren't working.
I ran into this happy fellow. Name's Brandon.
DoorDash right now, but I just graduated. I'm going to be a history teacher, and it can't happen any sooner, let me tell you.
You see Brandon's car? Well, he's not in it. It's down the street. And when he pulled into this subdivision, he had a decision to make.
I've never dealt with a situation like this, so I thought I could crank through. Made it all the way to the end, and the car stalled out.
He's going the extra mile.
Still got a job to do. You have a blessed one, sir.
You too, cheers. A little slice of life here in the Brycewood subdivision, 21 Mile and 94. Everybody here holding their breath. With more storms in the forecast, they hope the township or the county can do something about the repeated flooding here in the Brycewood subdivision. In Chesterfield Township, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, now to breaking news just into our newsroom from Dearborn. Police on the scene tonight of a violent one-car crash near Greenfield and Ford Road. Not exactly certain what caused the wreck, but witnesses tell us at least one person crawled out of the smashed SUV and then collapsed right there on the ground. An update just as soon as we know more.
Well, let's see how we can make this beautiful. That's what the Eastside Community Network is asking tonight after the nonprofit was targeted by an armed man who rammed his truck into their building. As Mara McDonald shows us, they're looking for architects.
Looking for architects because this little gem of a nonprofit is refusing to let what was an awful day tarnish them. Let me show you.
If you know anything about us, we're going to try to make it beautiful.
The entrance to the Eastside Community Network is boarded up after an awful weekend.
I believe that somehow we were protected by forces that we didn't understand.
Surveillance video shows a pickup truck enter the rear of the property. Then it drives around and sits, moving again to get closer, ultimately driving up onto the sidewalk, then backing up until the driver rears back, hits the gas, and plows into the building. The vestibule Donna Davidson wasn't too keen on in the first place is what saved the day. It prevented the truck from going further into the building and wedged the driver, Benjamin Weinstein, in his truck. He was armed with 2 guns. You can see him try and take off after staff helps free him from the truck. They got him on the ground and waited for police to arrive. But now this little mid-century modern gem, which does so much good, whether it's healthcare clinics, dance classes, youth programs, or a hub for neighborhood improvement programs, is battered and bruised.
What we want to do is make sure that we can make lemonade out of these lemons and do something beautiful in the front that we did not even imagine needing to do to reinvest in our communities.
So Davidson is brainstorming. Does she approach the local universities and make it a competition between architecture schools? Who can come up with the best scheme? Or are there Detroit creatives who would be willing to step forth and help? If you want more information, all you have to do is head on over to clickondetroit.com. I'm Mara McDonald. We're downtown.
Okay, Mara. New at 11, changes coming to the Grosse Pointe School District. School Superintendent John Dean has announced his retirement. The announcement came during a closed session of tonight's special board meeting. The departure comes after months of reported division on the board. Dean is one of 3 board members that are stepping down.
Police arrest 4 people in connection with the kidnapping of those 14-day-old twins in Livonia. Suspects ranging in age from 16 to 23. They are not related to the victim's family. Sources tell us the alleged kidnappers plan to demand ransom money for the safe return of the twins. Charges could come down as soon as tomorrow, but anyone with information is still being asked to contact Livonia police if it can help in the investigation.
A Romulus man is charged in the crash that killed the wife of the CEO at Eastern Market. 28-year-old Jacob Moralik faces several charges, including operated while intoxicated, causing death. Prosecutors say he was intoxicated last Friday, drove onto the sidewalk at Lafayette and St. Aubin, hitting Dan and Vivian Carmody while they were walking to dinner. Vivian later died. Her husband is recovering. The judge set a $250,000 cash bond.
The first GOP presidential debate saw some sparks fly tonight, even without former President Trump in attendance. The current frontrunner did not participate, had his own message to deliver on a streaming service. Alice Barr saw it all in Milwaukee, and tonight that's where she is with the latest. Alice.
Tonight, the kickoff to the 2024 Republican primary. 8 presidential hopefuls looking for a breakthrough. Republican rivals slamming the president's Bidenomics agenda.
We must reverse Bidenomics so that middle-class families have a chance to succeed again. We cannot succeed as a country if you are working hard and you can't afford groceries, a car, or a new home.
Fiery moments.
Now is not the time for on-the-job training. We don't need to bring in a rookie.
Do you want a super PAC puppet, or do you want a patriot who speaks the truth? Do you want incremental reform?
If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman.
Abortion rights, another key topic.
We cannot let states like California, New York, and Illinois have abortions on demand up until the day of birth.
I'm a pro-life governor of a very pro-life state. And this issue is, of course, very important, but I am on the record and I stand behind that we should not have a federal abortion ban.
The frontrunner, former President Trump, skipping the first debate. The Republican rivals pressed on Mr. Trump's legal troubles.
Someone's got to stop normalizing this conduct, okay? Now,
former President Trump releasing a competing interview with former Fox host Tucker Carlson.
But we'll get bigger ratings using this crazy forum that you're using than probably the debate.
Mr. Trump looking to steal the spotlight on the eve of turning himself in Atlanta on charges he tried to illegally overturn Georgia's 2020 election results as his rivals look ahead to 2024. Alice Barr, Local 4.
Closer here to home, the UAW is gearing up for a possible strike if contract talks with America's big 3 auto companies don't go well. The union's president, Shawn Fain, was across the street from Stellantis' Detroit Assembly Complex this afternoon conducting a practice picket. The union is holding a strike authorization vote as the clock is ticking on the current contract. Fain has been sending a consistent message that the union is ready to fight for what it wants.
They want you to accept that it's okay for them to make billions and for the CEOs to make millions and for you to scrape to get by paycheck to paycheck. It's not right, and we're sure as hell not going to stand for it anymore.
I've been with the company for 8 years. This is my 3rd time going through contract negotiations, and we're fired up and ready to take action.
The union's contracts with Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis expire September 14th.